I truly believe that if the Bears could pick any player to be available when it is their time to make a selection, it would be Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty. But how's that going to be possible if all indications are he's going to be gone before they pick? Well, the obvious answer is a trade, right? So let's talk about this scenario. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports all back at it with another video, talking some NFL, here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, guys, please do hit that subscribe button down below. Would really appreciate that. Hit the bell icon so you are, in fact, notified every time I drop a video. So this is coming from Bleacher Report. They did an article on potential trades that could happen in the draft this year, and they have the following trade between the Bears and the Raiders. So the Bears would get the number 6 overall pick from the Raiders, and the Raiders would get the Bears' number 10 overall pick and a 2025 third-round pick, number 72 overall, and running back DeAndre Swift. All right, so this is what they say. According to ESPN's Matt Miller, the Bears love Boise State product Ashton Jeanty, so Chicago could take an aggressive approach to acquire him on day 1 of the draft. If Jeanty is available when the Raiders go on the clock for the number 6 pick, the Bears can package Swift and a couple of premium picks to move up for Jeanty. The Raiders can upgrade the backfield by acquiring Swift and then draft a running back with one of 3 day 2 picks to significantly improve their ground game, which finished with the fewest rushing yards last season. All right, so we have not talked about a trade up a lot, all right, mainly because I'm not a huge fan of it. We've talked about trading down and just staying put, I should say, at number 10. But this trade is not that bad, honestly. So we're talking about swapping 6 and 10. Duh, right? Totally makes sense. And then we're talking about giving up a third-round pick, number 72 overall, as well as packaging running back DeAndre Swift. Let's just start with Swift. Honestly, folks, not a fan of DeAndre Swift much, if at all. Wasn't a huge fan of the signing when we made it, and hasn't really been great. Now, of course, obviously the offensive line was an issue last year, but think about the fact that Ben Johnson had DeAndre Swift, and, you know, he was happy moving on from him, and yeah, so not the biggest fan. So giving up DeAndre Swift, got no issues with that, got no issues with obviously swapping 6 and 10. The issue is the third-round pick. Do you give that up to move up 4 spots for Jeanty? And to me, that's fine, honestly. It's not that steep of a price to pay. I think a second-round pick I'd probably balk at and say no, thank you. And then if you're adding maybe more picks than that, I'm probably backing off. But a first and a third and DeAndre Swift, now we're talking, all right? So here's the thing. I've mentioned this before, and I'm sticking by it. This is a Ben Johnson decision. Because if Ashton Jeanty is the Jahmyr Gibbs for Ben Johnson for the Bears, that obviously Jahmyr Gibbs is for the Lions, then you got to make this trade. All right, you got to make this trade because Jahmyr Gibbs, man, like, if you look at the Lions offense, he is that X factor that really just makes them unstoppable. Yes, Jared Goff is a very solid quarterback. Amon-Ra, one of the best slot receivers. Sam Laporta is a hell of a tight end. Jameson Williams, nice deep threat. And David Montgomery, a good ground and pound back. But the explosiveness comes from mainly Jahmyr Gibbs and then, of course, Jameson Williams, right, with taking the top off the defense. When Jahmyr Gibbs, though, is going and he's picking up chunks and chunks of gains, oh my goodness, the Lions look unstoppable. So if you really want that guy and you believe it's Jeanty, you make this trade. And I think it would be worth it because, like I said, I'm off DeAndre Swift, and Jeanty is going to be a guy who will, like, completely unlock this offense potentially. So to me, I think I would do this trade. Again, Ben Johnson needs to be the one that's spearheading this. We need his sign off on this. But if you really want Jeanty that bad, this is the trade to make it for him. So to me, I would do this. And taking a look at the Raiders' perspective here, again, we're always talking about the Bears, but the other team obviously has to benefit too. I get why the Raiders want to take Jeanty, right? Pete Carroll's in there to win now. He's, you know, not trying to be there for a 10-year rebuild, and he is trying to win now. They got Geno Smith, and they're going to want to, you know, win games, and Jeanty will help them win games. Their running attack was terrible last year, but you have a bunch of running backs in this draft. All right, you can go ahead and get an Amari Hampton. You can get a Caleb Johnson. Like, there are guys in this draft you can take with later picks, and the Bears giving you one will help you with that as well. And mind you, the Raiders have a lot of needs, a lot of them. All right, you have Brock Bowers as like a blue chip player, but there's not much more, right? Max Crosby obviously comes to mind, but like Raiders have holes everywhere. So this is not a roster that's a running back away from competing. So they should want to do this as well. So to me, I really feel like if the Bears could pick any player, it would truly be Ashton Jeanty. Like if we didn't make any trade and we're up on the clock, it's number 10, the Bears are picking, and Jeanty's available, they would take him. They would take him. All right? After that, I told you, I think it's Will Campbell if he's gone, but that's another conversation. But Jeanty's the guy. He is the guy. So to me, I like this trade offer. I think I can go ahead and stomach it. I know we would want extra draft picks, but if you're getting that game changer, right, this might be it. I've talked about addressing the trenches too, obviously, but this is like the only non-trench guy that I'm in love with. Right? So, like, we really need some explosiveness in the run game. DeAndre Swift and Roschon Johnson are just not going to cut it. Like, they'll be decent. They'll be okay. They'll be solid. But Swift's vision isn't great. He's always trying to kick it outside. Doesn't, like, try to, hit the hole when it opens up. And the Roschon, again, he's not going to be a guy that you hand the ball off to 20 times a game, right? He's a backup running back. So, to me, this might be the trade. Not sure if the Bears will do it, but they should entertain it. So to me, I like this trade. Let me know what you guys think about it. 10, 72, and Swift for the number 6 overall pick. I think I'd do it. What say you? Again, this is a Ben Johnson decision for me. He's got to do that sign off. So let me know what you guys think about that, man. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always. Thanks for watching.